How's it going, guys? Gabe here from RC Cincy, and today I'm pretty excited. I ordered this about 7 or 8 days ago. I was looking for a small 128 scale little all-wheel drive racer. I know there are races in some areas, in Cincinnati not so much. They're more 112 scale and 110 scale oriented races, so at least I have a track I could go kind of run it at, but maybe I'll find some races, maybe I can get some buddies together and buy some and make our own races. So I'll figure that out, try to find some local tracks as well. But this is the WLTOYS K989. So the only difference between the WLTOYS K989 and the K969 is one's a drift. This is kind of like a rally car. They have truck. Here, make it a little bit easier. So here you go. The K969 is the Porsche. It's the drift car. This is kind of like a buggy. The K989 is the rally car. Sorry, that was the 979. Looks like a little truck. 999. 929 is the is another truck, and then this car right here. It's kind of off-road with a big bumper. That's the 939. So honestly, I should have probably got the 969 because I want to race and drift, so I probably should have got this a little bit lower to the ground. But still, this isn't a bad vehicle. You know, you can get different bodies and I think different mounts and mount different bodies on. So it's not a big deal. Just a little bit about it. It includes a transmitter, a brushed motor. I think it's a 130. Has a micro servo, a 2-cell battery, has a charger that did not include the European to US adapter, which I've had Banggood products that have, like the V950 came with it. I don't use that charger, but just to give you guys a heads up, just shows you a little bit about it. It does have a little mark on it, show you which one you have. Then it shows you that it is real ball bearings. It has a suspension. This flap wasn't tore off, but I did just so you can see what vehicle it is, just in case that's not checked off. There's a way to check it. It says 14 and up. Shows you kind of some details about it. 128 scale, 2.4 gigahertz, 30 plus kilometers, ready to run. Excuse me, in 4-wheel drive. The box is not that great of a shape, just to give you. That was kind of smushed. I kind of strained it out a little bit. That was crushed in. This was crushed. So I see what people say about about Banggood and their boxes. This is the first really crushed box I got from Banggood. The other ones were not. So, but I did check everything and it seemed to be okay. So let's go ahead and get in. Oh, before I get into the unboxing, this was in a DHL bag, and this was in it. They gave me this for free. It is clunch. It's basically like a stress squishy, like seashell. Like, looks like one of my snail shells that I have in the tank. It says do not eat, do not bite it. Gives you a little bit of instruction. It smells kind of weird, like almost like candy or something. Makes you want to bite it. But it's squishy. I guess it's like a stress thing. So this was in the bag. I thought it was kind of funny. Thought I'd share that with you guys. That was in the bag. So then I opened this. So you just pull your flap right here in the middle. Lift it up. This would have been a nice carry box. I still might use it to carry it. I don't know yet, but just unfortunate. I could probably straighten out a little bit better. Keep working on it. Make it look halfway decent, I guess. But, I don't know. But anyway, so you lay this down. You want to slide it out. Everything is unfastened, but it is fastened when you get it. So let's move this box away. So first thing you notice is the instructions. They're not bad. Tells you, like, you know, it can get hot. Tells you, you know, it's not really waterproof. Shows you how it's set up, what button does what, how to properly charge it, how to set it up, how to, I guess, put it back in the box, maybe repair some stuff on it. Then, my favorite part is it gives you a detailed instruction diagram of the full assembly of the entire car. So it shows you if you have to replace a gear or something, for the trans, boom, detailed. Does it have a part number? And it even has a part number by it. Shows you the wheels, how they're assembled, every arm, control arm, suspension, how the entire car is put together. So if you have to replace anything or repair anything, you have a very, very detailed diagram showing you how. So that is very nice. I do enjoy that. Plus it has the parts number on it. So that's even a bigger bonus. So it's not like you're hunting down trying to find the right part number, boom. Also has a sale parts view, I guess what it sells. All the screws and nuts and bolts and bearings and arms and bodies and just everything. So you can pretty much buy everything you want for this. See, it does have different body posts for different models. How tall they are, how they look. So if you want to get a different body, you do have to be careful. You might have to order the actual the posts to get it to fit right. So I've seen folks, I may do later videos. I'm going to do videos of it, you know, driving. This is just an unboxing and first impressions. There's going to be videos on upgrades, driving places, track run, bashing, indoor, outdoor, and upgrades like the body, the shell, the motor, everything. So I plan on doing a lot with this vehicle, so please stay tuned. There's your directions. Then let's go ahead and just set this because I don't want to flip because it's not still strapped down. It was 2 straps and the controller was strapped in, so everything was secure. Then you get, and that's it in the box. So let's set that to the side. So you get the instructions. I'll put that kind of in a view. And then this box right here has your charger. It did not have this bag of gears in it. This was kind of loosely in the box, but I decided to put it in there. These gears actually, some are for the motor, some are for part of the drivetrain, like the transmission and stuff. So that's really nice. They included these gears. They're replacements. They're not upgrades or anything, they're just replacements. So that's quite a few gears there you're getting for free, which is nice. Here is the charger. This is a simple balance LiPo charger. Luckily I have like a bazillion of these, plus I have not a hobby grade one, I say a mid-range, nicer hobby charger I use. Plus I have the adapter from the WLTOYS V950. Typically they include this. I've seen in other videos that they included it, so I'm kind of sucks that they didn't, but hey, I can manage at least, but I just want to give you guys the heads up. And then the controller itself was strapped into the box. Pull this little bubble sleeve. I guess it's to protect it, keep it from getting beat up. This is a full-size controller. What I personally like, full-size controllers. That way you can get used to it when you drive other ones. The trigger is not bad considering it's toy grade. It's actually a decent trigger. Same steering, fully proportional. Nice and smooth. You can hear that. There's your power button. And then you also get some trims. This is, I think this is actually an antenna in there, so be careful with this. It's your antenna. And no screen or any other reverses or anything like that. These are your trims for throttle and steering, so that's nice. You do have that. Underneath here, I've never opened this yet, is you need 4 AA batteries, and look at that, I got 4 AA batteries. I use my trusty rechargeables. Now these do have a slightly lower voltage from 1.5 to 1.2, so be aware of that. Make sure you keep these freshly charged if you have a pair. Sometimes it's better to just put, especially if it drives it like speed or whatever, like if it was a little car that actually took batteries, I'd recommend using non-rechargeables unless they have a higher voltage rating or something unique, you know. And that is working. It does flash different colors, indicating that I guess it's not bound. So that works. There we have it. There's your full size. It's actually a nice, decent little controller. It's not bad. I know these are found in other particular models as well. And then going to the main event, the vehicle. So I'm going to try to tie these smoothly together. We're at 9:27. This cuts off at 10. So I'm going to try to kind of immediately restart it. I'm going to kind of watch it while I'm explaining to you. So the body is a Lexan body. It does have the plastic still on it, which I'm probably going to leave on there because I'm going to probably bash and beat the crap out of this thing. Has these really, really small clips. Be careful, these are extremely easy to lose, and I'm kind of bummed that they did not include any extras. So once you lose these, that's it. So, let's go ahead and remove the back ones. So be careful, if you lose these, you might be in a little bit of trouble. Slide the body up. Now to show you, I don't know if this dent was caused of it pushing against something or if it naturally comes like that. Also, the back posts were bent a little bit down. Had to kind of straighten them back out. And that's as far as the box being crushed, that's as far as the damage goes. Fortunately for me, nothing else is really damaged. The body is still in good shape. Yeah, it's still in pretty decent shape. You know what you could probably do is put lights and stuff on this. You could probably make this a really nice little, neat little vehicle. So let's put the body right here. Let's take a closer look at the actual car itself. It's really, really nice. I love the anodized aluminum bottom. Be careful. This motor does get extremely hot, so if you grab it from underneath, you will burn yourself. I could guarantee you that. These tires seem to be glued from the factory or taped. Not sure if they use double-sided sticky tape or glue, but they are. It has a really nice foam impact bumper. This'll, your Lexa may crack or damage with time, but at least the front of it doesn't get damaged. So that's very important. That'll kind of help with the longevity of the vehicle. It also has this anodized aluminum brace, which actually also doubles for a mount as well. This is your all-in-one ECS speed control and your receiver in one. There is how the motor plugs directly into here, which is nice, so you don't have to solder or switch a motor. You don't have to solder or switch the steering servo, just unplug it. And then the juice itself is plugged in. Now, it has tiny plastic gears in there, has differentials. It is four-wheel drive, as you can see by me turning the front wheel, it turns the back. That is really nice. Nice and stiff, like you can feel like it's a good motor. You can see all the little control arms to make up the front. It has independent springs suspension. I absolutely love that. I know some of the Mini Zs have like the back suspension, and then the newer all-wheel drives has the independent finally like this, which what it needed to begin with. I do like the Moto Z's body style, the way you clip it in, where you have to lift up on the clip, unclip the sides, lift up, pop one side, then pop the last front one. So you can actually, I've seen a mod where you can actually install the front piece right here, do the clips on the side, everything. Like you can actually mod this to put the Moto Z bodies. Certain ones obviously that can clear, you know, depending if you have a bigger ESC, if you do some more mods to it, you gotta watch what you can clear and not clear. But we'll get further into that later on. Let's go ahead and pull these clips. I'm just gonna do one. I guess I have to do both. Pull both of these clips. This little battery holder comes out. Set it down right here. And then the battery itself comes out. Now, I've seen a lot of different batteries online. You gotta be careful. You gotta make sure it fits. Make sure you pay attention to the millimeters. That is the size. Judging, it can be at least a couple millimeters wider this way. Yeah, even if you could even lay it flat wise, you don't have much, maybe one. You may get away with one. So if you're close lengthwise, this is pushing it. This is probably it lengthwise. Now you can remove this bracket and make a different kind of bracket for it, obviously, and fit a much bigger battery. The main thing is it has to be 2-cell because you need this connector. It doesn't matter if it's Dean's or XT30 or whatever this is. It just matters that you have a nice balance, which all 2-cells should have a balance. This is the way it plugs in, very simple. It actually stays in there really nicely. Unplug that. The off and on switch is nice. It doesn't click though. It's kind of like a smooth press all the way over and press, like it doesn't click, click. It's not so much of a clicky one, unless when you turn it off. It has an antenna, just a basic antenna. It can't be too big obviously, so it fits in the body. It does have a bind button right here, just in case it has issues binding. You might find a different WLTOYS protocol controller, as long as it's WLTOYS control. I'm not sure exactly what their protocols are. What else? The drive shaft going down the vehicle is metal, which is nice. I really like that. but the gears are plastic. You clearly see the gear there, plastic. Clearly see the gear in the front, plastic. So it does have plastic gears, but for this power should be okay. Unless you plan on really juicing it up with a little bit bigger motor. I know you can go brushless with these. I don't doubt that. I've seen brushless setups all day long. But it just changes the balance and the weight. This has plenty of power from what I've seen, which we're gonna test. I really love the independent suspension. This is just a really nice kit for the price. $40. How can you go wrong? I'm thinking about this. Like, you get a controller ready to run besides the batteries for the controller. You get one battery. You know, this is, by the way, sorry I did not pay attention to the details of the battery. This is a LiPo battery. It's 400 milliamps, 7.4 volts, 20C. So you probably go a little bit higher in a C, maybe like a 25 or a 30. I wouldn't go too crazy. As long as it's 2-cell. I was actually thinking about my X600 battery. I think it's 25 or 30, 25C or whatever, but it's 700 milliamps. It's like that, so I could probably lay it in there like this at an angle, and it'd fit with one rubber band, like kind of sitting up. That may work. Plus I have another battery I went to the, that servo sounds nice. Does it have a servo saver? Yes it does. It has a little spring and a little servo saver right there. See that little spring's kind of small. This is just so nice. Like, it has everything a modern like radio control car has, besides obviously the brushless and all that, but like, it's legit. That brace really stiffens this frame, like it doesn't really move. Makes it nice and stiff. The suspension actually works for this particular weight. The suspension actually works. Plenty of clearance. Not so much of an off-road vehicle. Obviously you can probably put bigger tires, and the truck one has a different setup, but for ground this is perfect. This is very similar, I think, to the which one was it? The 969, which had the Porsche. I think the Porsche just has different body mounts and a different body. Other than that, they're exactly the same. And obviously the Porsche has the slick, smooth tires. I want a little bit of grip, just in case I wanted to run it, you know, outside or on a gravel or asphalt. You need a smooth surface, to be honest with you. The quality seems really good. I've seen people run these a lot, and I've had really no issues with them. There's the model number right there, K989. It's actually on that little piece of paper. Sorry if you can't see it. You know, can you adjust anything else? It looks like you can't really adjust it much. It's preset holes, everything just kind of goes together. This frame's obviously used for a different model because it has extra holes. Maybe for a bumper or a different kind of rear end, an extra hole there. So this frame's probably the frame that goes between all the vehicles, I would imagine. The brace is great. The body, these are adjustable for the height of the body. So you see these holes, you can ride. I could probably adjust the front end a little bit lower if I wanted to get, I guess, more aerodynamics and a little bit closer to the ground, make it look a little nicer. But it is a rally car, but you can, that's the cool part about this. You can customize. Where's that other hole at? There we go. Like, you could probably lower this. I don't know, it's pretty darn close. Let me show you. Like, it's pretty darn close. Probably adjust the back end is pretty high up. I may adjust, yeah, I want the back end like that. Like, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna definitely lower the back end some. Get that a little bit lower, you know. Like, this car is so amazing. Initial thoughts, the quality's good. I was upset about the box, but nothing was severely damaged. You can, I don't know, you can't really tell anymore that they were bent. I guess you kind of see one's a little bit slightly, ever so slightly bent. Could be easily fixed. I bent it back. The wheels are fine. Everything's nice and tight. I'm kind of checking for everything. This is double-sided sticky tape. The all-in-one is. It's on there. Man, they kind of wadded up this wire right here to kind of get out of the way and stuck it to the side. The motor's plugged in perfectly. And, what else? Off and on switch works great. Doesn't click though, but this foam bumper is actually real foam, like it'll actually take a nice impact. Yeah, you can hear it from. Okay, it's gonna take a nice impact. This being 2.4 gigahertz should have decent range, I would imagine. I'd imagine it's at least 100 meters. I wouldn't want to go that far with this little of a car. It's gonna be hard to see anyways. So where you're racing at, whatever you're doing, is gonna have plenty of range from the factory. Obviously, you can change that. Whenever you do your new receiver and ECS, you can really tune it up. It would fit if you were to do an ECS and receiver setup, so I'd probably put the receiver here, ECS here, boom, boom. You'd have to watch with this body, it would work, but if you were to change to a nicer, lower profile, you gotta see how much room you have. Like, each body's different, especially with the Mini Z bodies that clip, which are amazing bodies, by the way. You have to keep that low profile. Like, you can't get too high of a stack there. You know what I mean? You can't get the ECS and everything too high. So you got to watch that, obviously. I'm sure you can adjust things and change things. As far as batteries go, I'm going to be looking into these batteries right away. I'm probably going to order at least 1 or 2 to have. Now I know the size of it. 400. I've seen some of these batteries. Let's see what it says on here. It says, please turn off power switch and unplug the battery connector after use. Which makes sense. Whoops. I charged this battery, by the way, last night. I received it later than usual. Usually DHL shows up between 1 and 3, but it showed up after I went to the store. My fiance signed for it. And as soon as I came in, I just opened it, seen the box. I was kind of bummed out, but I was glad that nothing was really damaged. Charge the battery, so it is charged. So let's go ahead and put this battery back in. I want to make sure it works. I did not like turn it on and try gas or steering or anything. So let's go ahead and put that battery in here. Lay it flat. Go ahead and put the body clip. Boom. Put that little plastic piece back on. Find both of these tiny, tiny little body clips. I gotta see which way these holes are. This way, boom, there's one. And the last and final. Boom, that's clipped in. I'm gonna tuck this JST connector, tuck. I gotta make sure it's not rubbing the drive shaft. I'm just gonna put it like right there. Just enough to where it doesn't rub it. Yeah, there we go. Out of the way. Obviously, once that's plugged in, that'll be good to go. Sure it's in the off position. Go ahead and there we go. So that's kind of like out of the way now. Everything's really out of the way. So there you have it. Let's go ahead and put the body on as well, you know. Make it look the part. I'm just not going to run it. I'm going to do a separate video. I'm going to set up a little course or do something separately. But I'm just going to test it right here a little bit. Like, give it some gas. Make sure. Actually, we could do that with the body off. Let's go ahead and turn the receiver on first. Flip this up. Then turn on the car. It's flashing. Flashing. They're both flashing. I just touched the throttle and they both stopped. There we go. Let's give it a little bit of throttle. Wow. Steering. Yes, everything is very proportional. I've noticed the throttle though is like, takes a second. Let me see on the ground, like barely. Whoa, reverse is touchy. So I guess that's why the trims are there. Like reverse, like instantly goes, like it won't until, and once it reaches that point, like it goes. So maybe it's just breaking in. Bearings and everything's real stiff on it. I just got it. Man, this is gonna be crazy fast and amazing. Like, I recommend these so highly. That's just a quick little test. Can't help myself. It'll still drift. The speed is bonkers. The speed is literally bonkers. Let me see if they drive over carpet. Not so much over carpet. It loses traction. It's still doable. Now, hardwood floors affects this traction tremendously. What'll happen is the dust will get on these little grippy tires and they'll lose traction. These are not like premium racing tires. If you want to race, obviously you got to get the trigger and everything dialed into your liking. And then you also have to, let me just double check everything. Man, that thing is a rocket. Let's go ahead and turn this off for now. Honestly, this thing's a rocket. It's really, really nice. Like solid feeling. Like honestly, I really don't have nothing negative to really say about it. I mean, it's like 41 or something on sale. I think with like crazy expedited shipping, there's only a few more bucks because of the deal or whatever. It was like 46 bucks out the door with taxes and like 5 to 8 days shipping. It's nuts. And on Amazon, it's like 53 with like slow shipping. So, and now I think it's like 60 something even. I've seen it for 60 and 70. So I would stick to Banggood if they got that deal to get expedited for like, I think like 4 or 5 more bucks or whatever maybe. And it's a total like 46 out the door with expedited shipping and shipping insurance for like 20 something cents or whatever it may be. Like I think I paid a total like 46 and some change. You cannot go wrong. The motor isn't really even warm yet. Like I barely even ran it. So I guess it has some kind of inspection because there's it passed. Yeah, just having, like, obviously it needs to be dialed in. Like everyone sets up their rig their own way and the throttle and everything. Can it be, you know, I don't know like how touchy and how perfect it is for racing yet because I haven't ran around a track or like done any like technical stuff with it. Especially if you had a nicer controller and you could bind this, or you had your own ECS or whatever it may be. Like you can really, sorry about that, you can really set this car up. Like even now I can do some more tuning and like adjusting the throttle and like tweaking. Like this is a nice vehicle. So far, just on unboxing initial thoughts, it's a thumbs up for sure. I almost give it 2 thumbs up. I have to run it first before I can say anything like that, but for the price range is mind-boggling. Price range is killer, you know, and it's fast. 35 or 30 plus or whatever it may be. I guarantee this runs every bit of, I don't know, I don't want to say it. You'll have to see it like in a straightaway. I'm not sure how it's geared, but it's zippy, it takes off fast, and it seems like, at least from the videos I saw, it had like a good top speed. So it's really pretty well rounded for what it is. It has that really zippy takeoff for racing, like going around like a pipe racing in a course, an area. This thing would be pretty beastly. I know it's really big over there in like Asia or whatever, maybe like the smaller racing, these smaller cars, the 128 scales are really, really big. I'm sure there's races in maybe even in Ohio. I don't know about Cincinnati, but in Ohio and other states, I guarantee there's races of the 128 scale class like this. I guarantee there's races. So I'm really excited. I'm very, very excited. Yeah, it's got little plastic shims in there, adjust how springy it is. So you can change that. There's setups on this car. You can set this up to where it can just be amazing. I'm sure you can adjust, you know, how it dampers and everything. Like, it's crazy. Like it's got the lower control arm and then 2 links right there. Then it's got the lower control arm, another link, and then the steering link. So it's like really, it's legit, you know. It's just really, really nice. Like I'm almost tempted to buy 2 of these, keep one in the box, like keep one crisp mint condition like this, and just beat on the other one, you know, because it's that good. I'm gonna go ahead and, it says to unplug this because I'm sure you'll drain it if you do not. So it's a good idea to unplug it. So make sure you unplug that every time. Make sure, I'm terrible. I need to do better with my batteries. I've let a lot of batteries die. Particularly with these batteries, like if you charge it and you don't happen to drive, discharge it, you know, to a safe storing voltage, whatever it may be, 3.7, 3.8, you know, or run it, or get it down to where it's not too low, you know what I mean? You can put a little storage charge on it. I've seen newer battery chargers that are smart battery chargers, and they come with smart batteries, so you can, like, just like DJI has with like Spark, to where if you don't fly in a certain amount of days, it'll discharge the battery to a safe storing voltage, so they don't crap out on you. So that's amazing. They're starting to make LiPo batteries for vehicles, airplanes, boats, everything that can do that. Spectrum made the charger. It's about 150 bucks. I saw it on the channel. Shout out to RC Sailors. And the batteries themselves. So that's amazing technology. Yeah, we're moving forward, but you still want to practice good battery health. But yeah, I'm extremely excited to run this. So I may top it off. I may just run the battery, what it is, because I didn't do too much. I may top off the battery real quick after, you know, after a little bit, get it all together, and then maybe run it, because the street is dry outside. Maybe run up and down the street, got an idea for its top speed, and then just zip it around a little bit and enjoy it. So maybe just a little session out there. So that'll be cool. But stick around for that. But yeah, guys, definitely an amazing. Oh, it's a little too big for stocking stuff. If you took it out and put it just in the, you know, put the shell on it, controller would probably make a good stocking stuffer. But Christmas is still a little bit out of the way. You got any of your kids' birthdays coming up and they're in the RCs, this would definitely be a win. You know. Everything's so tight and just tough, like really nice built. Like, it's nice. So, parts availability is incredible. You can get everything aluminum anodized, like the linkages, the arms, basically everything. The suspension, the body holders. Basically, they make upgraded parts for everything. I don't think the only thing they don't do is motor, all in one, and that's it. And battery. That's what the electronics you use, and then everything else can literally be aluminum anodized, upgraded, higher end parts, better everything. So I'm really excited, you know, to get it going. I'm going to try to do some upgrades with you guys, slowly upgrading things and trying different things to see how much better it makes it. Every time I do upgrades, I plan on taking it on a Wednesday to Batavia Raceway. That way I can actually try the upgrade and see the performance difference. I'll maybe do a couple of laps, get used to this, do a lap, you know, stock, and then see what the performance gains are and if they're worth it. How does it feel? You know, there's just a lot to these. I really like this hobby just because there's so much data and so many different scenarios and everything, and just so much fun. Like, just utter fun. Like, you have a blast with these. You know, whether it's a drone, boat, or airplane, or submarine, I have a blast with it. You know, I'm not prejudiced to one, like, oh, I only play with cars, I only play with drones. I enjoy them all. So you're going to see everything on here. The weather's crappy, and just, I haven't been able to fly, so I figured a car would be great right now. Plus, this is an amazing vehicle, you guys. So I really hope you guys check it out. I'm not getting paid by anyone, you know, don't have monetized or anything, so I'm not going to get anything from it, but I just really want you guys to check this out and hopefully enjoy it as much as I do. If you want to stick around a little bit, and I understand to see a few runs like outdoors and tracks and stuff, that's perfectly fine. Hopefully I get that done for you guys, get this charged back up, and you get at least a run in, an initial, you know, break-in run, and then go from there. So I want to thank you guys for sticking around and watching this video. Thank you to all my subscribers, to everyone that likes and watches my videos. I really enjoy your guys' support. This really is an RC community. Feel free to comment below, as long as it's family friendly. You know, meet and greet, however you guys want to do it, interact, check out each other's channels. It's just really cool. I really wanted to do another live soon. Hopefully it sends you guys notifications. Maybe I'll do that soon, but it's just been a blast. So please stick around, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.